Hi guys, I'm Rick. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making Hasselback potatoes. Alright, I'm starting on a small bowl, and I'm going to add in roughly half a cup of olive oil. And I'm just going to eyeball this. And this here is going to be the coating for our potatoes. Alright, now I'm going to add in 1/4 teaspoon of celery salt. Once again, I'm eyeballing that. And you're supposed to put paprika in this, but I don't have none, so I'm just going to leave it out. Paprika really doesn't do much flavor anyways, unless it's smoked paprika. Now I'm going to put some oregano in here, about 1.25 teaspoons. That's about right. And this calls for 2 cloves of pressed garlic. So I'm going to put this in my garlic press and squeeze her in there. Alright. That's one. And the bad thing about a garlic press is they're a pain in the ass to clean. Get that garlic out of there when you're washing them, okay? Now I cut the other one down to fit in here. Go ahead and squeeze that in. Alright. And now the other half. Like I said, this is only 2 cloves. I'm just cutting it up to fit because they're really big cloves. Squeeze that in there. And then the last little bit. Alright, I'm going to mix this all together now, get it incorporated. And I have a resealable freezer bag over here. I'm going to dump this into that and set it aside just for right now. Set that there. Alright, I have 7 russet potatoes. You can also use Yukon Gold. And carefully with my knife, I'm going to cut down into them, but not all the way down through. I'm going to put slits in them every so often. And be careful not to cut all the way through because you want this to have like a fanning out effect as it cooks. You don't want it to break apart. Alright, I have all my potatoes sliced. Now I'm going to put them in this oil mixture I mixed up in the bag, one at a time. And I'm going to give this a good shake to get them coated good. And after I have them all coated, then I'm going to put them in the oven. Alright, I have all my potatoes coated and I have them on a large cookie sheet lined with some foil. I'm going to put these in a 425-degree oven for 30 minutes. Then I'm going to take them out and add more of that oil seasoning on top and some Parmesan cheese and put them back in for another 30 minutes. Alright, while my potatoes are baking, I'm also going to make steak with peppers and onions. So I'm going to go ahead and slice these up. And a saucepan over here with a little less than a full stick of butter in it or margarine. I'm just going to throw them in that. And I have my steaks sitting over here on a cookie sheet with some meat tenderizer on them, warming up to room temperature because, like I've always said, if you want a tender steak, warm it up to room temperature, and it'll come out a lot tender for you than if you take it from the refrigerator. Alright, I have all my peppers and onions cut. I'm going to put them on the back burner on low with the lid on and let them steam till they're soft. Alright, these baked for a half hour, and I'm going to take a fork without trashing them, gently pull them apart a little bit. Alright, now that I have these all separated, I had to go ahead and whip up more of this olive oil mixture because that wasn't enough to coat these. I'm going to go ahead and put a coating on top of these. Alright, now that I have these all covered in oil, I have some Parmesan cheese here that I shredded. I'm just going to add some of this to the top of them. Okay, I'm going to put these back in the oven and finish baking them for another half hour, and then they'll be done. In my large 22-inch skillet, I'm going to fry those 2 steaks that are warmed up to room temperature and seasoned with some seasoned meat tenderizer. And I'm going to fry them in some olive oil. Put a generous amount in. And I'm going to fry these for 8 minutes on each side because we like our steak well. Alright, my steaks are done. I have set aside to rest. I'm going to deglaze this pan with some cooking sherry, just get the goodness out of it. And I'll let this alcohol cook off of that cooking sherry. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to add them peppers and onions right into this steak seasoning in this pan. Let me turn my heat on a little bit. And that'll help flavor the peppers and onions with a more intense steak flavor. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and add the peppers and onions in. And while my steaks while my steaks rest, I'm going to allow the peppers and onions just to saute in here for a little bit to pick up this goodness. Alright, my potatoes are done. They went for an hour total. My steak's done resting. Let's go ahead and fix a plate and see what we got. Alright, there you have it, Hasselback potatoes with steak and peppers and onions. Give this a try. I think you'll like it. And until next time, I'll see you.